Hi, Todd. What brings you here today?
Well, I've been feeling pretty stressed lately, maybe a little down. I've just noticed I'm pretty much not the same as I used to be. I just feel a little overwhelmed at times. I'm not really motivated, and that's pretty much it. I retired probably about 2 years ago, and I just don't have the same kind of level of go that I did before.
So you're feeling kind of down because you retired?
I don't think it's so much because I'm retired. I don't know. I think I don't feel motivated. It might be because I'm not as focused as I was in the military. I always had something to do. I knew where I stood. I had responsibility. People depended on me, and those things have changed. That might have something to do with it. I don't know.
Okay, so you're feeling a little down because you retired recently from the military, and you had more responsibilities, and your life has kind of transitioned or changed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it might also be because I'm real focused on being a single parent right now in school, and I notice that if I'm not doing that, I'm really not doing anything else. But when I was in the military, I had friends, and I had a big support group, and I always had something going on, and it's just not that way anymore.
So it sounds like since you've retired, you lost a lot of your friends, and that support system that you had while you were in the military is now gone.
Yes, ma'am. I would think that would have a lot to do with it. I'm pretty much a cave dweller now. I don't much get out or anything like that. So, I don't have the. I had a good support group when I was in the military because I was always working. But since I got out, they're all transient. So, I really don't talk to or see anybody that I used to work with. So it's just pretty much me and my 11-year-old.
Okay. So, what would make you happy or feel connected again?
I don't know. I guess getting out and getting involved with other people, talking to them maybe. I just really don't know how to do that. I'm not sure how to just go out. I know when my son was playing soccer, I didn't feel as bad as I do now. And I guess because I was, talking to the adults on the sidelines while he was out there playing, and I had a pretty good group of friends then, but he hasn't played the last 2 seasons and sort of drifted apart with, me doing school and stuff like that.
So it sounds like you felt better when you were involved in activities around adults or activities that involved your son that allowed you to communicate with other adults.
Yeah, I mean, that was a benefit of going to the side. I mean, it doesn't really have to be with my son. I mean, that is always great. But I mean, just the adult interaction would be, probably better than nothing. I'm not really talking to anybody. So
it sounds like that what you would like to have is more interactions with adults and develop more support mechanisms of support from other adults that you had when you were in the military.
Yeah, that sounds like that would benefit me. I think this all started occurring to me when I threw out my back, and I realized that I don't have the option to be off or have a sick day, or I'm a full-time parent now, and I have to go to school. I can't miss classes or exams or anything, and it occurred to me I don't have anybody to call, to step in. Okay, so what would you want? What would make you happy? What would support look like outside of the military? And probably just some kind of camaraderie, but I'm real apprehensive about being obligated. I don't want to be in a position. I think that's what holds me back. I don't want to be in a position that I have to do anything. I want to be able to, cancel out if I'm going to meet people on a Thursday night if something comes up, because I end up feeling really guilty if I don't, meet my obligations, and I just don't want to be. I don't want to be pulled into anything. In the military, I had to do what everybody else said, and I guess maybe I'm shying away from that. So I guess I want the best of both worlds, be in a group but not be stuck with it all the time. So you want some interaction with adults, but you don't want a required obligation. Right, because for a time there, I was getting involved with the church, and they were calling like twice a week, and I was like, it would stress me out because I felt obligated, and I don't want to take any time away from school or my son.
Okay.
And that is, most important to me.
Okay, so we're going to look for maybe activities or look for something that will allow you to interact with other adults and increase your social circle, but no time restraint, no time obligation.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate, because like I said, that I end up just severing ties if it becomes too overwhelming. And I don't want to have that stress either. So I'd like to have some kind of adult interaction that I'm not, I don't feel required to attend.
So what are you doing to get that adult interaction?
Well, I'm busy in school right now, and my son has a lot of school projects. So
outside of school?
Well, I guess if I'm outside of school, I'm pretty much focused on my son and doing stuff with him right now.
You kind of mentioned before that you were a cave dweller. What does that mean?
I guess I really don't go out unless I have to go somewhere, like to the store, to school, or, anything like that. I guess I'm either inside unless I'm, go to the gym or something like that. I don't really much get out.
So you're kind of choosing to kind of stay in your cave.
Oh, it's not a choice. I don't have anything else to do. I'm not making that choice. It's just there's nothing else out there.
Okay, but if staying in your cave, is that getting you what you want with increasing your friends?
No, I guess not. I guess I'm really not creating opportunities to meet people.
So we really have to kind of possibly look at other ways to develop more of a support circle for you.
Yeah, that would be good. As long as, like I said, I'm very, I guess, paranoid about getting pulled into something and being stuck. I just don't, I have to go to school 3 nights a week, and I don't want to have the other 4 nights of the week
obligated to something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some ways you think you could go and meet people, or some activities you could try? Some groups, military groups, single parent activities, church groups. Are there some activities out there or places you could investigate?
I guess I could probably do a web search for local, kind of things. I mean, I know you could probably just type in Virginia Beach activities or something, and I could probably find all kinds of stuff. I could look into that.
Okay.
I mean, there might even be some single parent type groups or something like that. I don't know. I never thought of that before.
Okay, so you can go on the internet and search for some activities in this area. Would it have to be an activity involving your son?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, we do things together, but with adults, it doesn't have to involve him.
Okay, so we can, one plan that we can do, we can actually go on, you can search the internet and look for activities or clubs that you may be interested in that will help you increase your social circle and introduce you to other people. Are there other things that you could possibly do?
Well, there's a recreation center down the street that my son and I used to go to in the summer, and I remember there's all kinds of flyers and pamphlets and all kinds of stuff there with activities. Yeah, and I never thought of that before. I've seen them. I mean, they're everywhere, and there's a lot of interesting activities I didn't even consider before. That might be an avenue to take. That's a great idea.
And so now we have 2 activities that we can really do to kind of increase your social circle.
Right.
We can actually search the internet, as well as go to the community center and see what flyers and activities are available for people living in your area.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, and so hopefully we can move you out and actually allow you to be happy and content again.
Not live in the cave anymore.
Not live in the cave anymore.
Yes, ma'am. That sounds good.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome.